2 years ago, everyone thought of electrified vehicles as niche products. I mean, whether it be hybrids, electric vehicles, or even mild hybrids, the one question in everyone's minds was that how long would a battery last? I mean, how is it going to replace traditional internal combustion engines and all that? I mean, people were really apprehensive with buying EVs. Now, with this one right here, it's certain proof that hybrids, electric vehicles, and all that just gotten mainstream and gotten a lot more fun. What's going on, guys? Roy Robles here from Zigwheels.Ph, and today we'll be doing a first quick look of the BAIC B30e Dune off-road rig. If it's the first time you guys are hearing about BAIC as a car company, BAIC is actually proud of their tough, rugged, and of course off-roady vehicles. They've been historically known to be creating more trucks and service vehicles for military purposes. And they decided to create, regular cars as well. And then you can definitely see it right here on the grille. So those DRLs will definitely be found right here, not just on each side of the headlamps, but on the entire expanse, the entire width of the front end. From here, these little pods there. But these pods, by the way, they don't only serve an aesthetic purpose or some sort of callback to their own previous models, but those are actually functional. As you can see right here, it says multi-sensor detection. So this car is definitely a smarter vehicle than you would think it is, because it's got sensors all around in order to help with its advanced driving assist systems. With more on that later on. You got another pad right here that says radar on each side of the lower bumper. You got a 360-degree camera system right here. Even though the front camera is definitely looking quite nicely there. It's just a small dot instead of a huge pod right there. You got a nice looking bottom end of the bumper. It's made of hard plastic. On the left side of the windshield, it's got the BAIC B30. It's like a small small icon of the BAIC B30 and a tent. Again, it's really trying to give you some sort of clue of what it wants to be, and I love this particular color here. I mean, it's green, again, kind of off-roady, but in a way, it kind of gives me this matcha green tea kind of vibes, at least giving more Asian vibes right there. And again, the BAIC badge as well. Overall, the front end gives you all this rugged macho vibes that you will definitely love in an SUV of this size. This is no compact crossover SUV, guys. It's definitely a big boy. All right, right here on the side profile of the BAIC B30e Dune, I mean, more rugged features abound. You've got 215 millimeters of ground clearance despite this chunky stepboard right here, 19-inch alloy wheels. And I mean, guys, I just gotta point this out. Remember the other SUVs that we usually review, if they've got some sort of reflector right here on top? Definitely just a reflector. In the BAIC B30 Dune, in this all-wheel drive variant, those things actually light up. You got nice piano black side mirrors here. You got more of the camera system there, repeater signals, and as I mentioned, you got the 250 millimeters of ground clearance to play with, and gives you at least 450 millimeters of weighting depth. If you're not familiar, if you're not sure what 450 millimeters is, right here, yeah, right there. It can actually go higher than that, but BAIC Philippines is trying to be as conservative as possible because, they don't want you to have too much fun, that is. You got a nice chunky roof rail on top, and check this out. You're able to install some sort of third-party additional roof rails there as well for you. So you give you some sort of idea of what you want to do with your BAIC B30e. It has some sort of like a floating roof line because of this black strip right here on the side. And it says right there, IAWD. That stands for Intelligent All-Wheel Drive, which is exactly how this runs. This is not a front-wheel drive, not a rear-wheel drive, not even an all-wheel drive. It's an intelligent all-wheel drive system that we have right here. These windows here are simply reminiscent of a lot of popular off-roading vehicles, like I mentioned. Plus, this part is just a piece de resistance, if you ask me. I mean, you don't just get some sort of black panel right here. You actually got a window, peers right through your soul. You can actually check out the inside here. And I'm looking at something very interesting there inside. Nope, that's not it. That's actually pretty cool, but this is even way cooler. Check this out, guys. The tonneau cover is actually a picnic table. That's right, a picnic table. What was that? But not just that, guys. I mean, if you want to stow that away, you actually don't have to hide it, because you can use it, like I said, as the tonneau cover itself. I mean, how smart is that? And if you need even more things to do when you're out on your trip, you got a 220 volt, 150 watt socket here in the back. So if you need to charge your devices, you know, make some coffee, cook some stuff with your microwave, that's ready to go. Also, it's got an umbrella. Anyway, so yes, that's a nice trick. And then my favorite part of this whole experience, because the BAIC B30e Dune definitely meant for adventure, meant for going off-road and off the beaten path. In fact, it's even got this hook right here if you need to put in your lamp for stuff. And that's amazing. That's amazing. I'll be putting this out later on. But anyway, you got a lot of space here for all your stuff. Lift this up and you can find your tire repair kit. Lift this up, give you some sort of idea of what the battery actually looks like. There you go. This one right here, a hardcover floor, which is something I always appreciate. And if you fold those rear seats flat, in order to fold it flat, you need to actually just tumble the seats forward. I mean, the bench forward. It folds absolutely flat, which is nice. In fact, BAIC, over from its home country, has some accessories like a bed that actually you put in here, right here in the back. Makes everything pretty nice. You can actually fold those front seats down as well to give you this whole expanse. So yeah, not only is the BAIC B30e Dune a good way for you to go camping out for, it's a good car to go camping in as well, because it's pretty nice, pretty spacious, and I like it. Anyway, enough of the found inside. The outside, wow. I mean, every car that you leave on the road will definitely enjoy this view here. And again, another Easter egg right there, the BAIC B30e with a tent and some trees. And as you can see, BAIC B30e hybrid. This is a hybrid vehicle, which means it is exempt for coating and you're good to the environment as well. Plus, apart from all that, also performs pretty well. I mean, guys, I was pretty apprehensive and hesitant about the BAIC B30e Dune, to be honest. I mean, it's another SUV, it's another large SUV from China, but upon seeing it right here in the flesh, in the metal, wow. I like how this looks so far. All right, enough about this. Let's take a look at the inside and see how it looks. All right, so we're inside a BAIC B30e Dune. This is a hybrid with 2 electric motors in this particular top-of-the-line variant. First thing that's gonna jump right at you is this huge panoramic sunroof that we got going on right here. Adds a little bit more light to the interior, and it goes all the way to the back, which is amazing. You can even turn it, open this glass physically to give in more air as well. You got this huge touch infotainment system. On the screen, you can have access to all the features here. You got your 360-degree camera system, your drive mode selector, your settings for your advanced driver assist systems, as well as the AC controls. My favorite part here is that it's got cooled seats. Not just cooled seats, it also has heated seats as well, all of which are accessible through the touchscreen infotainment system. No physical buttons to speak of whatsoever, except for the drive selector. I'm just glad that at least they kept the drive selector options here physical. You got a this dial right here at the bottom that's for you to select different drive modes. You got for the all-wheel drive or intelligent all-wheel drive variant, you got Eco, Comfort, Snow, Sand, Muddy Road, Wading, and Sport. But when it comes to the 4x2 or the single electric motor variant, that only has 4, that has Eco, Comfort, and Sport. They're Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Normal for that particular variant. But here you get all 7 drive modes. The interior kind of reminds me a lot of those old school off-roading vehicles because of this nice gray color scheme that we got going on here. Now there are 2 options that you want to have. This light gray and this green on the dashboard. This green accents here, as well as there on the seats and the grab handle on the door. But there's another option where you've got dark gray and white. You got 8 speakers all around. You got a wireless charging pad right here with a vent, because wireless charging can take a toll on the your phone's temperature. It can heat up quite nicely, but I'm just glad it has some sort of vents to keep that cool. The AC vents have some sort of this interesting design to them, which is again, like I said, a refreshing take on design there. You won't find any busy vents all around. Instead, you got these pods on each side of the dashboard. Again, I appreciate that. You got soft touch materials everywhere, especially where your arms touch the side of the car here. The door cards, center console, looks nice. The steering wheel, again, a gray scheme, but they have some sort of interesting take right here on the scroll wheel. So you have this on this side, the volume, and on this side you also got this wheel and joystick to control what you want to see on the screen right in front of you. Right, so you got your media, you got your TPMS, your tire pressure monitoring system, your odometer, your tachometer, and all that. All the drive information you need right literally at the palm of your finger, at the tip of your fingers. So you got it right there. A 360-degree camera system, by the way. It is it's definitely serves a good function, by the way. It gives you a view of around your car. It does have some sort of slight lag to it, but it is quite the norm rather than the exception. But one thing's interesting though, you've got a hook right here that can take up to 3 kilograms. I don't know what you're going to use that for. I'm trying to think of what that could, what possible use that could have. Probably do this, just waiting for traffic. I don't know what it's for. I really have no idea. Probably you can hang something there if you're parked somewhere. If you're going camping, you just put your food up there, or probably your tablet. I'm not sure, but it can take up to 3 kilograms, which is nice. The interior lighting is full LED, and the windows are these sharply raked ones here, kind of like triangular and all that, kind of reminiscent of old trucks, if you ask me. Just a few more things. You got electronic power seats for both the passenger and the driver. The driver gets memory seats, so you can set that up for you, and you'll be good to go. All right, so that's pretty much all I can say right now about the front passenger seat and the driver's seat. Let's head over to the second row and see what's what. You've got a lot of space. I mean, not just adequate, not just all right, not just puede na. You have a whole lot of space to work with. I mean, you've got a flat floor. I mean, what kind of all-wheel drive vehicle offers you a flat floor like this? Only an electric all-wheel drive can, because of course there's no drivetrain, there's no drive shaft to deal with to power both the front and the rear wheels. Instead, you got 2 electric motors, one in the front, one in the back, working in tandem, but at the same time autonomously. So no need for a physical drive shaft. What that does is that it helps you with more space in the back. You've got this grab handle on the B pillar. By the way, the 4x2 does not have this B pillar, which is weird. I mean, it's got everything standard, like the safety features, the LED, but it doesn't have the grab handles. I would have given away a couple of features just to get these grab handles, but it is what it is, so it's fine. You got 2 map pockets on each side, a nice AC vent here in the middle, and 1 solitary USB-C port at the bottom. But that's okay, you've got the power outlet there in the back anyway, as well as another 12-volt power socket there. Yeah, and I can definitely say that I can fit 3 of myself here in the back very comfortably. I mean, that's how huge this space is. All right, but that's enough of that. I want to take this out for a quick, short drive so that we can at least discuss how the motor works, how the engine works, and how it feels while driving this thing. So we're behind the wheel of the BAIC B30e Dune. Wow. If I sound a little bit jerky here, it's because of it's not jerky at all. Trust me, it's a smooth drive. It's just that there's so much torque in this vehicle. I'm driving the top of the line all-wheel drive variant that we got right here, and take these numbers. I mean, you've got 2 electric motors, 1 turbocharged gasoline engine, and all in all, it makes 403 horsepower and 685 Newton meters of torque, all going to all the 4 wheels. And that is just bonkers amazing. I mean, come on. What type of vehicle? And yeah, I would understand how people would think, oh, you definitely need all that power because of the weight. But the weight of the BAIC B30e Dune really isn't really that much. It's not heavier than your typical mid-sized diesel-fed truck-based SUV. So you definitely have access to all that power. I'm trying to be as gingerly as possible because of the driving track that we're in has a certain speed limit. There is a certain speed limit to maintain, but I gotta say, this is just one powerful vehicle. You got a 2-speed direct hybrid transmission engine, so it's not your typical CVT, not your typical slush box automatic or dual clutch. It's a special kind of transmission that maximizes the performance of electric cars. So the way it drives is that it feels like most of the power at all, let's say around 80 and 90%, 80% of the time, relies on the electric motors, and then uses the turbocharged internal combustion engine to augment that, and at the same time charge the battery of these two electric motors. So alright, we'll be doing a quick turning radius test here. This is still a unibody SUV after all. There's only 2 lanes on the road right now, but it's fine. I wasn't able to do the same with the crossover here anyway. But a 3-point turn, easy. Alright, but because of the large wheelbase and the 19-inch alloy wheels, yeah, you don't expect mini hatchback type of turning radiuses here. You got a McPherson struts up front, multi-link suspension in the rear, so it feels, it still feels kind of plush. It feels very comfortable inside. That's what I'm saying. Which is the norm, which is a standard anyway for SUVs. I mean, you're buying an SUV. Sure, you're buying an SUV, and this is marketed towards more adventurous types. But I would imagine that you would be driving your SUV for the family, for the home team that you got right there. And this is the perfect drive for that. Yes. Dogs. Can you hear the dogs outside? I think that's a good way for us to test the noise, vibration, and harshness. See, the dog's still catching up to us, but he can't catch up with 685 Newton meters of torque. There we go. Bye bye, doggy. So there. So noise, vibrations, and harshness is it's pretty great. It's great actually. You barely feel any noise from the outside world, except of course if you got a yapping dog right next to you. It says it right there, beware of the dog. With vibration, it's also kept at a minimum because it's a primarily electric vehicle. This is a hybrid, by the way, so no need to charge the battery. The engine does that for you. Right, so let's talk about fuel economy, the most important part that you guys want to know about, because that's the reason why you buy a hybrid, right? Or you just buy a hybrid because of the coding exemption? Nah, it's the fuel economy. Well, yeah, we haven't tested this out on the real world yet, but BAIC or BAIC claims that the 4x2 can reach northwards of 1,000 kilometers in a single tank, which is like, really? Oh, wow. That means you can drive all the way north, back, have some side trips, grab some tea, go back south, and go back to Manila, no problems, or probably do the Mindanao loop without any issues as well. We're gonna test that out next time, but that's what they claim. The 4x4 variant or the all-wheel drive variant, they haven't given us any actual quotes yet, so we'll be testing that next time. So safety features of the BAIC B30e, you got cruise control, integrated cruise assist, intelligent high beam control, blind spot monitoring system, lane assist system, lane change assist, emergency lane keep assist, forward collision warning, rear collision warning, autonomous emergency braking, rear cross travel warning, rear cross travel braking, and door opening warning. So those are the advanced driver assist systems, apart from the standard safety features like stability control, traction control, airbags, isofix anchors, immobilizers, and all that. So I would have said everything, and I would have covered everything. Pricing for the BAIC B30e starts at 1,488,000 pesos for the entry-level 4x2 variant, which is wait, I actually had to do a double take on that, And yes, that is the quote that they gave us. Pricing starts at 1,488,000 pesos. And pricing for the top of the line variant, the one that we're testing out right now, they haven't given us any indicative price just yet, but they did mention that it will be way below 2 million pesos. So at that price point, I am most excited to find out how this performs even more, especially in the real world, and how people will perceive this. Because right now, BAIC is a very new brand. We have to be honest. We do have some apprehensions with new brands, but with my first impressions of the BAIC B30e, everything's pointing up north. I mean, it's I had a great drive with this, despite the short time we have with this. I gotta say, I like it, and you guys should give it a try too. Thanks so much for watching. And thanks so much for watching this this first drive, this first review, this first impression of the BAIC B30e. Make sure that you leave us a comment in the comment section down below. Tell us more about it and what you want to know about the BAIC B30e. And while you're at it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification icon so you wouldn't miss any of our videos. This has been Roy Robles from Zigwheels.Ph. Let's do this a quick pull right here. I'll see you guys next time.